Tommy Cutlets or Tommy DeVito will be the next quarterback for the New York Giants to the end of the season, most likely, unless he's even somehow worse than Daniel Jones, and we have to go to a Drew Lock. And I didn't think I had to make this video as a Giants fan, but I see post that Tommy DeVito will be the starter, and almost every time I see a post like that, the top 1, 2, maybe 3 comments are, why aren't we starting Drew Lock? Where is Drew Lock? How come Drew Lock isn't starting? And the easy answer that everyone gives is, well, they're trying to tank. This is not really true. In fact, that's the opposite. Why would, like, I get it, we as fans, we want them to tank. I do too. We want them to lose. But why would Brian Dable tank the season? He would lose his job. So that, already right there doesn't make sense. Like, he would actually lose his job if they were to pretty much lose out the rest of the season. The answer to this question is simply Tommy DeVito puts people's butts in the stadium. This is an owner decision saying, Tommy DeVito, we've seen the fan base get around this kid. We've seen them rise up. We've seen attendance and tailgating and the whole 9 yards get bigger and bigger when this guy's on the field and he's playing. We need to get him out there. And that's 100% an okay answer for the GM and for this team, especially when you look at preseason and you look at how that went. They pretty much did the same, which was meh, right? And I look at both quarterbacks. I think they can't do a worse job than Daniel Jones. They at worst are probably going to do the same job as Daniel Jones. And I look at Tommy DeVito, as Drew Lock has won games in the NFL as well, but I look at Tommy DeVito and I think this man's won games for us last year. He beat the Packers on Monday Night Football last year. That happened. And it was when the Packers were arguably at the rise in their peak. The rise, coming to their peak. He beat them on Monday Night Football, and that blew up what is known as Tommy Cutlets today. That's when it blew up. There's evidence he can win games. I'm sure there's evidence Drew Lock can win games, but which guy you look at, is this team going to rally behind? Is the fans going to rally behind? Are we going to sell more tickets? Are we going to put butts in seats? Are we going to sell more concessions? What player is going to do that? It is Tommy DeVito. And that's why he will be the next starter for the New York Giants and probably for the rest of the season. Now, how many games do the Giants win with him? I think is a whole different question. You could probably say 1. You could maybe say 2. At most 3, I would say. Ultimately, a top 3 pick. And ultimately, maybe a quarterback will be taken in the draft. Now, I don't know which quarterback. I don't really like the quarterbacks this year. I am a big-time draft guy. I analyze a lot of players. I'll look over film of everybody. At the moment, I'm not the biggest fan of the quarterbacks. I get it. Shedeur Sanders is a very fashionable piece there. Cam Ward's looking interesting. You've got Jalen Milroe, maybe. He's like the new version of NFL quarterbacks, but there's no star this year. There's no Drake May, Caleb Williams. I need one of those guys this year. There's no Joe Burrow, I need that guy. There's not even really a Lamar Jackson in this draft, or a guy that proves success and then will get drafted back in. Kind of like I thought Bryce Young was going to be something like that, but he got drafted early. I don't even see a Lamar Jackson in this draft, personally. Ultimately, the Giants season's over. Who the hell cares what they do anymore at this point? Like, why does it matter? They're starting Tommy DeVito over Drew Lock. I think they win probably the same amount of games anyway. But the short answer and the only answer is he gets butts in the seats. And people like him. People like him. My name's Josh Wissey. If you like sports, you like NFL, you like anything sports, you like anything sports betting, college, I promise this is the channel for you. I promise it. I'll be making crazy amount of videos about this. Takes, hot takes, picks, predictions, breakdowns, the whole 9 yards. Ultimately, my name's Josh Wissey. Hit that subscribe. It should be an icon. And watch the videos that YouTube recommends. Thank you.